Welcome back, my friends, to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is episode 21. I have exciting news for you guys. In between the last episode and this one, there was an update to Kingdom Come, which may or may not have improved the performance. I read the patch notes and I didn't see anything about performance specifically, but I know that sometimes developers like to throw that kind of stuff in there and assume that people won't be interested. Or like little tweaks that might have improved the performance. Anyway, that's not the main piece of news. The main piece of news is that I transferred the installation to my solid state drive, and I've done a little bit of testing, and I've been unable to reproduce any of the texture popping issues that we were dealing with before, even when sprinting around this town. As I said that, I just saw texture kind of fuzz over there. For the most part, they seem to be resolved. On the whole, I think the experience is going to be a lot smoother and more beautiful. I'm also kind of pushing the system a little bit harder. Now that I'm on the solid state drive, I've upped some of the settings that I had set lower before just to make this game as beautiful as I know it can be. Anyway, last we left off, we were still hot on the trail of the murderers of our unlucky friend, Lubosh, and we were going to have a drink with the priest at the local tavern, which I believe is here. It might be a little bit early, though. Let's see, this marker, A, is telling me to go right about here, so unless there's some sort of underground floor to this tavern where we're supposed to meet the priest, I think that this is where we're supposed to be, and we're just a little bit early. So if that's the case, I'm actually going to go ahead and have a little bit of a food here, if I can. I know I have some dried meat. I'm a little, just a teensy bit hungry, a little bit, I was going to say nippish? I don't think that's an expression for being slightly hungry. I think I'm getting that confused with a different expression. Let's see, dried meat. Eat. Ah, delicious. Some dried meat. I assume that's like a jerky or something. I'm a big fan of that myself. Let's go ahead and wait 2 hours and see if our priest friend has shown up in that amount of time. I'm at nourishment 54. I'm probably going to be a little bit hungry when we are done with this little waiting sequence, but that's okay because we got more dried meat, and now I actually have some coin too that I can use to purchase some food. Ooh, yeah, I would say that that is pretty fucking gorgeous. The performance, also my standard like FPS from moment to moment, is a lot better too. I can tell already, and I also cranked back the field of view. Oh my god, look at those god rays, that sunlight kind of coming through the rain. Very, very pretty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that actually scared me. You just tell me to be more careful. It's like, are you kidding me, bro? I gotta, let's see, innkeeper. He might have some work for me.
To you. What do you need?
I need, some work.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed, there is.
Oh, yeah?
Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either.
Okay. I'm assuming that's everything, or else it would tell me what.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Praise God.
There we go. It'd be cool if there was a little dialogue option where he was just like, yeah, that shit that I just told you about, did you forget, or something like that. I think we're a little bit early still. Let's see, where's our actual quest? Over yonder. Well, I mean, there's no sense in wasting time that we could use for something else. Why don't we go see what that deal was with our friend? Wait a second, was he talking about the priest that we need to see? I guess he was. There's not another priest, I'm sure. Man, this guy's dedication to his craft is admirable. Hey, Father Godwin. I heard you got other problems. You come up with anything about that murder?
Have you thought of a way to help me solve that murder?
Let's leave it for the evening. Come to the tavern after sunset and we'll talk it over.
All right. Do you have any work for me?
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden.
Hey, there's a chance that helping him out would incline him to help us.
Old Gertrude, that devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Jesus.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is
Ooh,
no
snarky.
laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Uzhitz women to witchery.
A little bird told you, what's the problem? What do you want me to do? I'm not interested. This I'm definitely going to say, just to see where he got his information from. I feel like that's
A
pertinent.
little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
That's a
In
good
other
point,
words,
Father.
Someone's been gossiping.
So what exactly is the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help
I think it's supposed to be
sleep,
physic, not
then
psychic.
Nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions.
Lichens, is that how you
I hate
pronounce
to see her
that?
poison some poor gullible lass.
Fair point. What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
All right, fine.
Done.
Good.
Henry, so helpful.
Never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods.
All right. Well, that I can handle. It'll give us something to do in the meantime, so we don't waste more time waiting. Go and see Gertrude, the herb woman, and find out what she incited the Uzhitz women to do. So this is something we can talk about in the meantime while I make my way over there. Something that I've been trying to do in Ultimate Skyrim with 4.0, if any of you guys are curious, is give the player more things to do. Oh, is he going to sing again? Give the player more things to do. Pardon me as I interrupt Henry's beautiful singing voice. Give the player more things to do instead of waiting. Ways that they can pass their time while also progressing their character. A few of those tasks are not that different from waiting in the sense that they are able to pass time kind of passively, you know, where you'll be doing a task and then you can wait for X many hours and then you come out the other side. But I thought, I don't know, I wanted to give more options for, like I said, progressing your character while you would just normally wait and gain nothing, just because I understand why waiting mechanics exist, you know, if you want to have time sensitive tasks or tasks that only make sense at a certain part of the day. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just thought that it would be fun to give an additional set of utility, sense of utility rather, to waiting if you could. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to describe this as I'm focusing on getting this as well. You only track 3 side quests and activities. What do I have currently tracked? At your service, milady, do me a favor, punch me. I don't have to track that one anymore, right here. Anyway, I figured if the player, oh my god, that's beautiful. If the player already has, a time to kill, and they're gonna wait anyway, why not give them the option to spend that time doing something that is helpful to their character or interesting in some way, more interesting than just waiting by itself, if that makes sense. I thought that kind of tied in nicely to the role-playing focus of the update and just the experience at large. I realized that was kind of an unfocused explanation, less focused than I had hoped. Where am I going? I thought, oh my god, it's not at all the right way. I was going towards A, and I don't think that's the, oh, it is. That is the herb woman. Okay, well shit, if that's the case, if we're gonna go all the way out there, I almost feel like we should just swing by and give the roan to Talmberg, instead of just, bopping back to Uzhitz. Ah, fuck it, let's go and do it. Now that I actually am confident that I'm going the right way. God, that is beautiful. Something about that, slight damp, specular, thanks to the rain, is very, jeez. That is real fucking pretty. But anyway, I recognize, ooh, look at this. Recognize that, that explanation that I just gave was not particularly focused, but hopefully you catch my drift and you can understand what I'm getting at. The Pribyslavitz Forest. How about that? Listen to those birds, too. My gosh. That is gorgeous. Who is this? I feel like something that would be nice for this game is if you could speak to people from horseback. Oh, this is chugging my frame rate quite a bit. Deer going across the trail. Oh, nice. Is that going to happen again if I turn back this way? Weird. Is that like something to do with the loading? Not sure. Anyway. It would be nice if you could speak to people on horseback. I don't really know why you can't. I'm going to talk to this guy real fast, though, just see what he has to say. Mount the roan. Yeah, I get that. Wayfarer. You say anything to me, friend? No? Not interested in talking. Okay. Well, can't do nothing about that. Is Henry going to start singing again? Man, this lady is out in the boonies. But I guess she's close enough to have influence on people in the town. Oh my god, this is really fucking gorgeous. Hello? Can I run down a rabbit like this? Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, almost. Almost got him. Ooh. Look at this gross little pond. Anything cool over here? Guess not. Oh well. This frame rate business is kind of bothering me, to be honest. Here, let me pop in just really fast. Go to advanced graphics and see what we can't do about this. Ultra particles, that does not need to be that high. You guys can see my settings too if you're curious about applying it for your own game. Although I would also say that you got to get that mod that allows you to what's it called? To adjust your presets and use the optimized presets and apply and save. Did I do it? I don't know. Doesn't look like anything changed. Oh well. Now I'm at 49. Oh well. Anyway. Man, she's still way the fuck out there. Oh no, I'm closer. It just still looks like on my compass that she's really, really far away. Ooh. Look at that dusk light. I guess you gotta get pretty close before the markers start getting a little bit bigger. Oh, this must be the spot. See, I spoke too soon. Hello, Miss Lady. How you doing? Hello? Or a woman, can you tell me anything about Lubosh? I could ask her. She might know something else. What do you think?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well.
Yes, Henry.
Ask all you want, lad.
Alright, I'm not gonna get to see her. Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
So she does have her own unique dialogue. That's pretty cool. What was Lubosh doing the day of the Neuhof raid? Who did he meet with? We're really not going to find any more new information here. I think we know everything there is to know.
I don't know, since I don't go to alehouses.
All right. I've come from the priest. This lady seems interesting. I'm curious to get a larger handle on her personality.
Women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Speak up, you old hag, or I'll wring your neck. Jeez. Take it easy. Don't you know that witches get burned alive? I do have a speaking bonus, but this is... I don't want to threaten her. As I mean you well. I feel like that's a better option on its own. And my rating is 6, so I don't know. I'm going to go with that.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long as it's
All
the
right.
truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
Oh,
I'm
no.
supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Okay, well, now you're being all
Laugh if you
judgmental,
like,
Henry.
But it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold.
I like her
See?
voice actress.
Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
What ointment? Why did you let them have that ointment? Why did you change your mind? Start with this.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and...
Ah, sounds like hallucinogens.
Flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Yeah, that sounds pretty ill-advised. Will you give me the recipe? Well, I suppose there's no harm in asking.
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with
Fair enough. So why did you let them have that ointment at
So
all?
why did you give them the ointment at all?
Maybe they came
Because
knocking with a
I'm
large coin purse.
soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family
Oh, shit.
in Stalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with
Oh
the
my
horror
god,
of it
well,
all.
giving them
They
some
said
sort
they
of
wanted to
drug
use
like
the
this.
ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yikes.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen.
Yep, there you go.
So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I know why she changed her mind then. What do they want the ointment for? I've heard enough.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Alright, very well.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
And because I don't want them to
Thank
come into
you
any
a
harm.
thousandfold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain.
There you go.
You take care of those women. God bless.
Go and see
Guess I'm
Gertrude, the
sorry.
herb woman,
Starting
find
to
out,
get
yada
hungry.
yada. Getting hungry. Ooh, I discovered an alchemy bench, huh? I've heard that alchemy is quite powerful in the early game. Someone was telling me that. I don't think I really know much about alchemy yet. And I'm not quite... Ooh. Excuse me, Roan. Why am I getting these intermittent
So, boy.
frame rate
Want me to sing?
drops? And it'll go right back up to
You're
60.
definitely the first
Oh, here
horse
we go.
I've
We
ever
get to hear
serenaded.
Henry's singing voice
Horses
again.
come roaming in the
Well, how about
night.
this? Since we're already here, I mean, it's just like a straight shot down Talmberg, and we haven't really explored this area yet, so why don't we do that anyway?
First one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair? Well,
See, this is all
still
solid
gonna throw
60
me off?
FPS. And then, it's like occasionally there's just like a weird chug. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the fact that I'm recording. You never really know, I suppose. Ooh, it's a camp. Anyone cool? Got any interesting wares? God, this is... Ugh. It's just like a relaxing game to just kind of walk around in and do one of these, right? Where you just go on like a nice little gallop across the countryside. What you guys doing? Woodcutter's camp, huh? See, like there's another chug. I think it has something to do with loading in, because that's why I feel like it would inconsistently happen. Ooh, I think we got a nice sunset coming. Delicate shades of pink and blue, if you will. See, like when I get off, that is so odd. I think I'll let it keep for this episode so I don't bore you guys with, you know, me going in and out of menus. But in between this one and the next one, I'm going to do a little bit of experimentation and maybe try and prevent that from happening. Got anything to say to me, friend? At least we're not getting that texture popping anymore. That is a big up for me, a big plus. Alright, well, I guess there's really nothing to do here, but it is a beautiful sight. And look at that distant terrain way over there. We're going south, and I suppose we'll just follow the road. See where it takes us. Henry's a little bit hungry. That's okay. Wow. Whoops. Getting a little bit sidetracked. Ooh, nice clearing. I've realized that I'm not even, like doing the full-on sprint. I feel like this is fast enough. Yeah, see, here's the full sprint. Now I'm going real fast. Kind of makes me think that, that one... I mean, I'm sure that this roan is maybe particularly quick, so maybe if we were still riding pebbles, it wouldn't feel that way. But I can see the carry weight offering greater utility, the increase in carry weight. Am I in the right spot here? Let me check my map. I'm supposed to ride it where? Ride the to Talmberg on the Rhone. I am coming right in the right side. Okay, perfect. I know exactly where they want me to put it to, I remember. Hello? Look, it's me, Henry, everyone's favorite survivor from Uzhitz. Well, maybe not everyone, but my favorite anyway. Hello? Oh yeah, that texture pop-in is vastly reduced.
For Lady Stephanie. Thank you, Henry.
Yes, sir, no problem. You are very welcome. You know what I feel like might be doing it too? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. One setting I'm going to go in and switch, if you guys don't mind. I want to take the ambient occlusion, maybe crank it down to light. Seems like it could help. Maybe 2 settings. Let's see, shadows high, textures ultra. That should be fine. Water optimized, weather effects optimized. The rest of this should be okay, right? I feel like, oh, maybe global illumination. That's a big one. Okay, apply and save. That one might help. Okay. We'll see if that helps. Because, I mean, God, the difference in, like, visual quality is completely negligible. Hey, Miss Lady. Is that, no, that's not. Whoops. Alright, well, we delivered the Rhone. My horse can't get here. That makes sense to me. And we'll hop off the side. So apparently you can do this in, this section in Talmberg in the beginning. When you're trying to escape from the place. Apparently you can hop down the side, which I thought was pretty cool. Pebbles? Pebbles? Ah, here you are, my love. Thank you so much. You're so loyal. It didn't even mind me, having like a little bit of a jaunt with the Rhone. Alright, well, we delivered the Rhone, and now we are on our way back to... What is this man? He's, wants us to, kill some things for him, if I recall correctly. Why do I not have a, little descriptor? Let's see. Yeah, skin. Brada the Tanner wants animal hides, and he pays quite well for him. Bring the deer skin to the courier. That I actually might do. We know where he is, so there's no need to occupy a tracking slot with that, I'd say. Oh, I started to say this. If we get a deer hide, we'll just go ahead and bring it back here. I think that's a thing that Henry would do. I know he's a real God-fearing man. This is how we're role-playing him. But that doesn't seem too bad, does it? Anyway, might as well fast travel there. Although, I gotta say, I am quite fond of just traveling the ordinary way. But for the sake of getting shit done in this playthrough, I'll go ahead and do the fast travel. I started to say this. I am... Can I do this? Yes, fast travel E. I would like to fast travel to this location, please. I'm curious to speak with the 3 women because besides our lovely lady Teresa, who we've not seen in quite a while, to be honest, we should go back and talk with her a little bit. Maybe I can still court her. But I am curious to speak with these women, rather, because we haven't really encountered a whole lot of other survivors from Uzhitz, and it might be nice for Henry to have some commiseration as far as that goes. Anyway. Wander on in. Ooh, very pretty. Oop. Hello, it's me, Henry. Hello, priest.
I feel quite hungry.
Yeah, I can see that. It's been an eventful day for you, Henry. Priest, how you doing?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I am Henry from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him that. I feel like that might portray me as more sympathetic.
What about your kin?
They're dead.
They're dead.
I mean, if we want him to tell us things, I feel like,
Here,
you know, we gotta offer
it must have been terrible.
a bit of ourselves as well. It was, Father.
It was terrible.
Here's to a good harvest.
It seemed so pointless. We had no warning.
Oh, excuse me while I just...
Appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me.
Henry.
They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages, There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest.
Well,
How did
hopefully
you come
that
to
ground
get
is
this
consecrated
assignment?
at least.
I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
Oh, he knows Bernard. He did send him. I'm not going to be all defensive.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Uzhitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture.
Oh, God, yes.
We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noel? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, this time they were not exaggerating.
Rumors aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful.
Yes,
well,
sir.
Then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
I noticed you're handy with a sword.
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
They
But
do
this
say
is a
that.
bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I
Henry's
haven't
so
always been a
cool, man.
priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Fair.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I mean, I do understand where he's coming from, and I don't know. It's a difficult situation. And I don't want to accuse him of making excuses when, to me, it feels more like an explanation than an excuse. This is a belief that I feel like the father holds very close to himself, and I get it. You know, I don't know if Henry shares the same belief, but I would imagine Henry a person who could at least understand the father's explanations. Let's see what he says if I admit defeat here, in a sense.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad.
Yep, see, here we go.
What?
Honesty.
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my
Interesting.
soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Uzhitz is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Fair enough.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
I
It has
think
to
we'll
be
find
something
out.
topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well,
Oy.
recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated.
Well,
Just
that
like
would
a
definitely get
flock
people's
of hungry
attention.
Ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. and they shamelessly profit from everything.
Man.
You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they
Man, he's giving me the straight-up sermon right now.
Ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head.
I have to wonder if everyone else in the room is not giving the priest odd side glances right now.
For you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
I'm sorry.
This Jan Hus character
what?
is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Well, this is a weird
Let's
sequence for
drink
me.
to that.
I gotta admit, he
Funny.
kind of lost me there a little bit.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
This, I'm not quite sure what the tone of this conversation is supposed to have shifted to. What do I think of Huss, the teaching of Master Huss? What are folks saying about it? We kind of know the answer to all these questions, and I'd kind of just like to move beyond this sequence if I'm being honest. It's enough about preaching.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
All right, fair enough. Why not?
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
So, I've reached a new level in drinking. I did not even realize that was a skill that I could improve at. At least not in the game. Aw. Cool, there's even like a fucking cutscene for this. It's very nice. Look at that likable face. Henry, I mean. Oh, man. Jeez, look at all them chicken wings. Or thighs? Those look like thighs. Getting pretty hungry myself. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, Henry, you cheeky fucker. Oh my god, makes you want to dance in your seat, doesn't it? Oh shit. Oh my god, I'm real drunk.
Enough of this.
Bailiff,
Uh-oh.
come on over here. Sit down and have a drink with us.
Uh-oh.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone. So
Alright,
what?
I'm sorry. Okay, don't
So,
antagonize the
I'll have you
bailiff,
all
yo.
whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Alright, I'm going. I'm going. Oof.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I do not want to fight the bailiff, man. Oh god, am I seriously gonna brawl? Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. Oh god. Oh. Did I just get an achievement of some kind? Oh, I'm drunk too. This sucks. Oh god. Okay, wait. There we go. You're mine. Pick the same one. Oh, just keep it going. I do feints while I'm fist fighting. Oh my god, I am drunk as hell. This is ridiculous. Oh. Alright, he's done with. Oh, you got 2 on 1 now. Boom. Just keep one right hook after another. Oh my god. Dude, he just put his hand right on his face. Alright, we got him. Is that it? Did we do it? Jeez. I am real drunk. Well, who else are we supposed to fight? Oh god. Is that the bailiff?
God save you, Henry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's the innkeeper. Okay, we're good. Oh my god, is it 35 minutes already? Oh my god, Dude, we're having like a full-on drunken night right now.
And Henry too, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
Stop
Alright.
that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
Godwin's concubine, huh? Okay, so Godwin is not exactly a god-fearing man.
What did they do to me? Watch the step, my dear.
Okay, Godwin, you are getting a little...
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
This is a bit much. Oh my god, are we seriously climbing the tower? I am fucking wasted. Holy crap. I mean, we gotta let this run through in the episode, right?
Look at this beauty.
Don't ring it, you fucking clown.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Oh my god. Henry. I feel bad for... Dude, I mean, to be honest, this is the kind of thing that I would have done when I was Henry's age. Oh my god!
Bloody oath.
Jeez. I wonder what happened to the bailiff. How did we escape without him
And now,
noticing?
my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Oh my god.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
Oh my god. Jeez, look at this drunken night.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Oh my god. Well, I gotta admit, that went to quite a few places that I did not anticipate. Oh, and it just keeps going.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, it's loud.
Fucking hell.
Yep.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry.
I was like,
My
seriously?
great friend, Henry.
You couldn't have been blacked out for that
We have a
long.
wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time.
Oh, the
There's
sermon.
some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. Oh, my guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about?
It's sermon time, baby.
Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck was I?
Mass! Oh, shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
Are you kidding me?
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there.
Aye, that's a believable
Henry,
story. This is really taking a
What I
turn.
remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless.
Oh, man.
Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Well, I mean, I do drinking binge. Confessional seal isn't sacred anymore. Yeah, see, that's kind of my my thing
all
here.
at once, the confessional seal isn't so sacred.
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
All right. I can't guarantee the result. I really want to solve this crime, and goddamn if we haven't already made all the sins already.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you.
Oh, so it's conditional too. It's not even that I do it, but it has to go over well.
Fine then. We have a deal.
All right.
Let's get to it then.
Well, I'll be honest, this is not exactly the role play that I had imagined for young Henry here. But how about this? Life very seldom goes as we imagine it, and God knows that a bit of alcohol is likely to... He's yelling at me to go. Makes you a lot more likely to do some stupid stuff, and I think this would qualify as that most certainly. So we will pick this up in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.